Hey witches, welcome to Busy, Gritty, Inked, and Witchy, a magical living podcast for the busy witch. I'm Morgan, eclectic witch of almost 25 years, Avalon priestess, and busy witch. Here we'll talk all things witchy, from current metaphysical happenings to my busy witch tips and tricks, and everything in the in-between. This podcast is my personal journey, filled with my knowledge, opinions, and unique way of looking at the world. Join me as I weave the magical and the mundane in every episode. Hello witches, and welcome back to Busy, Gritty, Inked, and Witchy. I am Morgan, and today, if you are wondering what the hell is going on, because we just had an episode last week, and I know in the past I said that I was going to be doing every other week for podcast episodes, so this might be a little out of the blue, but it's not a bonus episode. I have really been thinking lately about things within my life that I want to energize, things within the business that I want to energize, and I really enjoy doing the podcast. And I don't think that, especially recently in the last few months, don't get me wrong, I have had a lot going on. My daughter got married. My husband and I had RSV. My dog died. I mean, the last few months, just even outside of the busy season at work, have been absolutely crazy. So I'm trying to have compassion for myself and the fact that, I took a small break and everything. All of that completely justified, honestly. But it has made me realize that I really enjoy doing the podcast. I really want to energize it. And there were a lot of people who listen to the podcast weekly. And I want to thank you all so much. And so when you ran out of episodes and you didn't have a new one on Wednesdays, I completely understand the frustration. And I understand that you also had understanding for me because you've been listening and you know what everything that's been going on. But this is something that I realized I do want to do every week. So I'm going to really try to get back into it. And I'm actually going to try by recording several episodes at once and having them ready to go so that it is easier on me, but that you all get an episode every week. So today I wanted to talk about Leap Day magic because 2024 is a leap year and Leap Day is coming up next week. So that's why I'm doing this episode a week early, because I figured if I launched it on the 28th, then you literally have the 28th and the 29th to listen to it. And then the podcast doesn't apply for 4 more years. So give everyone a week, a little over a week to listen, see what you want to do, see if you want to tap into the energy and the magic of Leap Day. But now I'm giving you plenty of time to be able to do that. So Leap Day is coming up on February 29th. It happens once every 4 years. So I do get asked, is there any kind of special magic or energy attached to it? Of course, first of all, magic can be found anywhere if you are willing to look for it, if you're able to look for it, if you want to tap into it, if you want to perform magic. Every day has its own magical energy, but months have their own magical energy. Astrological seasons have their own energy. But something as rare as a leap day definitely has its own type of energy that you can tap into for specific magical purposes or just tap into in general to use for your own intentions, okay? So today I'm going to go over Leap Day and the magical energy associated with it, and also a fun little spell that you can do or a way that you can tap into the energy if you don't have any specific intentions for that day, okay? So first of all, we're going to get nerdy. I'm going to give you the background of Leap Day. So the Earth's orbit around the sun is not 365 days. It is technically, it takes the Earth 365.2422 days to go around the sun, okay? So 365 and 1/4 days. Every 4 years, we are given an extra day. So all those little 0.25s add up every 4 years to one whole day to balance out the calendar and reset it, okay? So, fun fact, if we just threw that quarter of a day out each year And we're like, fuck it. We're not going to do a leap day every 4 years. That's just stupid. And we never made up for that quarter of a day. Then eventually, it might take a while, but eventually the seasons would shift and that would fuck up our crops, according to National Geographic. Harvesting, planting, all of that. So we want to keep that in there, right? Hebrew, Chinese, and Buddhist calendars all contained leap months, according to the History Channel. And Julius Caesar is credited with adding leap day to the calendar, but he stole the idea from Egyptians, who did it first. They actually had a 365-day solar calendar with a leap year every 4 years. So they're the originators. Now that we're out of the nerdy stuff, we're going to jump into the magic of leap day, because that's what we're here for. We're witches. We want to learn about the magic. So some of the info today does come from our astronomical events expansion pack for our Eclectic Witch deck. Okay, the Eclectic Witch deck is basically just your travel book of shadows. So each card is their informational cards. We have binders to go with them. You can collect them. They're easy to be set near your altar, so you have that reference. But yeah, we do have an astronomical events expansion pack for the deck that we just launched a month or two ago. And Leap Day is in that astronomical events pack, along with things like supermoons, black moons, blue moons, Lionsgate is in there. I think Friday the 13th is in there, all kinds of stuff. So just fun cards with information on them for you to build your witchy knowledge. All right, that's our Eclectic Witch card deck. All right, shameless plug, I know. So as far as Leap Day being an extra day of the year, then it is a day primed for you to shoot for the moon, add extra energy to an existing spell, take a leap of faith. It is Leap Day. You can begin something exciting. You can go on an adventure, or you can add a little bit of extra to your life, something that indulges you, something that pampers you. So you can spend the day doing some self-care if you can. So that is the energy associated with Leap Day being an extra day of the year. It gives you an extra day to get shit done, or it gives you an extra day to start something new, to have some fun, do something out of the norm, take a leap of faith, or it gives you an extra day to be extra. Yes. Another way of looking at Leap Day is that it's a hidden day. So it kind of stays hidden for 3 years, then pops up on year 4, then stays hidden for 3 years, pops up on year 4, excuse me. So because it is a hidden day, you can do lost and found spells if there's anything that you have lost that you really want to locate. You can do spells to find or uncover your hidden talents or gifts. You can do spells to reveal secrets. Or you can do spells to bury the secrets a little bit more, or to bury them for another 4 years until you can do the spell again if there's something you really don't want getting out. And you can also do spells for gaining clarity on a decision that you need to make, or finding information out about something that you want to explore more. Okay? So those are the energies associated with Leap Day being a hidden day. Now, the numerology of 29, because it is February 29th, 2 plus 9 equals 11, which is actually a master number. 11 is associated with greater power and potential, truth, intuition, and spirituality. Okay? So all of these can be tapped into with more ease on Leap Day, because that's the numerology of the day, okay? So different magical activities that you can perform on Leap Day that tap into this master number 11 energy would be doing divination or card pulls, meditating, meeting with your guides or your higher self for messages. I would pay attention to dreams, because messages can come through those very easily. Focus on your big picture or long-term goals and ideas. That's a big one. That goes hand in hand with it being a leap day and with taking a leap of faith. So dream big, look at something, like look at the big picture, take a step back and see if there's something you can do or a plan that you can create that has you taking a leap towards your big picture goals, okay? Amplifying spells or your intentions is great because this is an extra day, so it's an extra day to add power. You can also visualize your ideal self and then open yourself to guidance on how to get there or how to bring them out or how to live more like your authentic self, your ideal self. Growth and transformation spells are great for Leap Day. Also, because this is a day that resets the calendar, it can be a day to reset yourself or realign your energy. So chakra cleansing and balancing is going to be a little bit easier on Leap Day. You can also open yourself for messages on how to get back on track if you feel like you have kind of strayed from your path a little bit. Now's a time to reset. It's a time to realign. It's a time to get yourself back on track. Leap Day is also considered an in-between time of day. So it's a liminal space because it doesn't occur every year. So it's almost like this extra day in between space and time. So because it is an in-between space, then you can do things like astral travel. You can work with fairy magic or do spirit communication because generally the fae live in the in-between, or you can access the fae in between our world and theirs. You can also access spirits because the veil is thin. It's not quite as thin as like with Samhain or Beltane, but because the 29th is a liminal day, it's an in-between state, then spirit communication is also great. And then it is also considered a lucky day, okay? So if you enjoy gambling and you don't have an addiction to it, because I am definitely not promoting a gambling addiction, but if you like to head to the casino every once in a while, maybe on date night, play little slots, play, some blackjack, whatever, then if you were to make a good luck charm on Leap Day, then it would be infused with even more lucky energy. Okay, so now would be a day to create gambling or luck talismans to charge on the 29th, and then you're taking that energy with you wherever you go. So even if you feel like you need a little bit of luck in anything, maybe you have a job interview coming up, maybe you like to play the lottery. I don't know, but the 29th it's a great day for luck. So whatever you make, whatever talismans you charge, whatever mojo bags you make, whatever spell bags, spell jars, anything that you make are going to be charged with lucky energy on that day. So this is a quick episode today, you guys. I can't spend 30 minutes. I probably could spend 30 minutes on talking about Leap Day, but because I'm trying to get back into the swing of things of doing this weekly, I knew I wanted to get this episode out to you all because it's a fun day and it happens once every 4 years. I wanted you to be able to tap into its energy for your own magic and use this day magically, okay? So short episode today, but the last thing that I want to cover is if you're sitting here and you're like, wow, I really don't know what I want to do. Like, I know I want to work with the energy of Leap Day, but I don't know what I want to do. You can always just open yourself to the energy of Leap Day and see where it guides you, okay? So a great way to do that is to pull a Fool card from any tarot deck because the Fool card is the Leap of Faith card, okay? So it is the first card in the deck and it depicts a guy about to jump off of about to walk off the edge of a cliff because he's taking a leap of faith. So pull a Fool card from any tarot deck and set it up on your altar or somewhere where you can sit in front of it. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be meditating. You're going to be just sitting in stillness and opening yourself up to messages, okay? So set it up. And then in front of it, a safe distance away so you don't light the card on fire. In front of it, light a mini candle or a votive or a tea light. Now, if you want to amp up the energy even more, then you can choose yellow for focus or intuitive wisdom, or you can choose a purple candle for divine guidance or spirituality, okay? So you're going to set the Fool card up, and then in front of it, you're going to light either a yellow or purple candle, white if you don't have any of those colors because white is all purpose. Set that in front of it. Now, what you're going to do is relax, sit there, get comfortable, and start staring at the candle flame, okay? But as you're gazing at the candle flame, you're going to start relaxing your eyes so that you see the candle flame, but you also see the Fool card behind it, and they kind of become one in your gaze. That all you're doing is you're entering a meditative state by doing that, and you're using the candle flame to do that, okay? So gaze into the candle flame with the card behind it, relax your gaze, and then once you enter that meditative state, just open yourself. You can even pose a question before you get started. Like, what do I need to know? What information, what messages do you have for me? And of course, by all means, cast a circle, do whatever you do to protect yourself first before going in. And that should be done before you do any meditation. You should always protect yourself first so that you're opening yourself to your higher self or your guides or your deities. So you want to protect yourself when you're doing that, okay? So enter that meditative state to receive messages and guidance, and write down anything you receive. So it could be images, it could be words, it could be full-on instructions for life. It could be nothing at first, but you've declared that you're open to the messages. So therefore, you may find synchronicities over the next day or two, or you may find things that, like a song that plays on the radio and you get goosebumps. And so these are all messages that are still sent from your guides. They may not be sent while you're sitting in front of that candle, but you've opened yourself to their messages, and they're going to get them to you however they can. So it can be in synchronicities. It can be in dreams. It can be in songs on the radio. It can be in commercials that, like, you're flipping through the channels and there's a similar commercial that keeps playing or a similar message. So just open yourself up, and the guidance may come a day or two later. It may not come when you're actually sitting there. And make sure that you write down anything you receive. It's a common misconception that you can't maintain a meditative state while also doing other things. So if, of course, newbie meditators, maybe not. But if you've been doing this a while, or if you're just entering that meditative state where you're super relaxed and you're open, you can have a notebook in your lap and be writing down. Don't even look at the notebook as you're receiving things. It could be little words. You could end up with or a feeling, and it could be like, oh, green, or my toe hurts. I don't know, but just write down little, whatever you're getting, and then maybe you can piece it together later. Okay. So it's a really easy practice if you just want to tap into the energy of Leap Day. You don't really know what you want to do with it, but because it is a day for intuition and spirituality and greater power and potential, then you can be tapping into your own power and potential, your higher self, and to receive those messages or directions, or you can ask a question and see if you get an answer. So this post is going to go up on social media, Instagram, sometimes TikTok, if I remember. But I usually do a little reels, a little sound bite. I would love to know what you all are planning to do with this energy. And if anything came to mind while you were listening to today's podcast of a spell you can do or anything. So definitely find this post on, especially Instagram. That's usually where I am. And let me know what kind of magic you're planning on doing for Leap Day. Or if you have done magic in the past, definitely share that so others can see, okay, like what worked, what did you do, what did you not do, and you share your story. So I do want to take a second to talk about my Rewilding Your Inner Witch program, which is beginning within the Ink Spirit Coven in March. So it is a year-long program that is split up seasonally by element. So from March, April, and May, we're going to be focusing with the element of air. And you do not have to be a member for the whole year because each lesson will be independent. So each month's lessons will focus on an aspect of that season and of that element, and will teach you about that aspect. And then we'll even have a workshop, which could be making something. It could be a guided meditation. There's a little bit of everything. There's some rituals planned throughout the year. So each month is independent, and then we're working with an element per season. If you take a step back and look at the whole year, then what we're going to be doing is really rewilding your inner witch, getting to know you to your core, bring out your authentic self, tap into your magic, figure out what works for you, and bringing that to the surface so that you can be a wild witch. I absolutely love it. It does start in March, but if you join now, then you get access to our archives where we go over becoming a wild witch, which is like an introduction to the program. You can go through over 2 years worth of lessons, kind of do some self-study until the program starts in March, which we will be starting with the element of air. And if this sounds amazing to you and you're like, fuck yes, I want to do the whole year. If you sign up for a whole year and prepay, I'm sending out little bundles, has a little cauldron and a pen and a sticker and a bunch of other little things to say thank you for signing up for a year. And you do get that free. It's for the US customers only. So I'm sorry, we can't, due to one of the items, I can't ship it overseas. So if this sounds great to you, if you want to join the covenant, it is run by me. You get a lesson and a workshop every month with me. And then we have a Facebook group where we're all supporting one another. And it's such an amazing group. I absolutely love it. But if this sounds great to you, then you can head to inkedspirit.com to learn more and sign up. I want to thank you all so much for listening, for giving me a platform to share my knowledge. If you find Busy, Gritty, Inked, and Witchy to be helpful or fun, then please like and share the podcast to spread the word and to let other witches know about it. So I want to thank you all again for being here and for listening, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.